Amen. Please have a seat before we share the peace with one another. It is our annual giving campaign. We only do this once a year when we talk about the needs of our congregation and opportunities to give in gratitude. Barbara, why don't you come forward? You're going to have double duty today, triple duty today, in sharing your testimony about why you give to St. Luke's. Thank you.
It's probably the only time I get to be up here at this microphone and I don't have to adjust it again. So our theme is growing in gratitude, and that leads to generosity. But you, the people of St. Luke's, already have a reputation for generosity. 2 weeks ago, you heard a thank you for the $10,000 that was sent to Gaza. A bit before that, there was another thank you letter from South Sudan, where you supported a church working for peace. A year ago, you generously gave not only to the annual campaign to keep the doors open and the bills paid, but also to a capital campaign in which we raised nearly $1 million from this congregation. And I can tell you, whenever we say that to somebody from the diocese, they gasp. Then we had last Thursday, where you also supported Edible Hope. So quite honestly, encouraging you to be grateful and generous sounds a little bit like somebody who would speak to admirals and generals about how to be brave. So I'm not going to do that, but I will speak about some things that are related to that. In case you didn't know, St. Luke's has benefited from 3 wills over the past 5 years. Each of them was unexpected. Each of the amounts were very helpful. Some were to the annual campaign, some were given to the capital campaign. But in each case, they helped St. Luke's continue and move forward. And so what I'm going to talk to you about is my journey to having St. Luke's in my will. And I'm going to start way back with my brother, who is 3 years older than I. And when I was 24, he was in a terrible automobile accident and nearly died. He did not die, he survived. And when I was 27, he had a brain aneurysm and once again was near death and survived. So I learned at a very early age that life is not promised to be as long as I might think. And that I discovered about that same time that in the state of Washington, if you die and you don't have a will, the state of Washington decides where the money will go to. And it takes a lot of time and extra money, more money than it would take for me to write a will. So I decided to write a will. Today, Tom and I write our wills together, and we have included St. Luke's in our will. Why? Actually, for me, it's because of you. It's because you are a community that loves one another and the world around you. It's because of your generosity, your commitment to caring for the least and the lost, your passion for seeing our children learn about Jesus, your desire for justice and mercy, and your continued efforts to form beloved community, welcoming and diverse, with Christian worship and service at its heart. I believe that you will do this long after I'm gone. And it is because of that that we leave this legacy for St. Luke's, to help you continue what it is that happens here for many, many years, decades. We could go the 100 years that the rest of the project is supposed to last. That's the reason that I ask you today to also include St. Luke's in your will, to be a part of leaving the same kind of legacy, knowing that we are standing on the shoulders of the people who came before us, and we are to be the shoulders of the people who come after. Amen.